What up? Jeff here with all my Bitcoin renegades. And tonight, um, things changed a little bit from when I made this video a couple hours ago and made the title to what I'm actually going to do, but it kind of goes with something that I wanted to talk about anyway. Today, we're going to look at the price of ICP. We're actually going to look at a pattern that signaled a reversal, but we're going to go into why that's actually a bad thing in traditional retail trading, especially in a bear market right now. The big players right now are losing a lot of money. So they are going to look at the retail investors that are still trading right now to make money off of. And they are absolutely using the same technical analysis that we are. And I'm going to show you something that is evidence of, why we should be careful of that, the traditional technical analysis. I just want to show you this really quickly before we get into the price action and everything, because of what happened just now in the price. I'll show you what reversal I was talking about. I'll show you the pattern I was talking about, and then I'll show you basically why. So this is a book, and this is written by this guy. And basically, it talks about the complete strategy guide for all retail traders. He didn't sponsor me. I don't even know this guy. I just saw this because I was kind of looking into, trading patterns and more stuff. And I found this. Well, one of the big things he talks about in this book here is right here. How institutions, big banks, use candlestick patterns to lure retail traders into the danger zone. Now, this is going to be prevalent for tonight's video because I believe that this was a lure. This was, we call them either bull or bear traps. But this is big banks really trying to make money out of anybody trading crypto right now. And they basically use the Bitcoin dominance to do it. What I want to show you right now is on the internet computer. Now, we will also get out something to show you as well. But if we go and we look at this whole pattern right here, if you look at these two specifically, these two candles right here, you can see that they are both called inverted hammers. Now, I want to show you, I talk about the Bitcoin hammer. This is a little bit different. This is actually a pattern that's already recognized, an inverted hammer. And this signifies a trend reversal in the market, or trend reversal either way. So it could be bullish, and I'll show you why. The inverted hammer is a signal of bullish reversal after a downtrend. Okay, downtrend, bullish reversal, right? So this is when they get us, because when I looked at this a minute ago, we were above that. So these two inverted hammers, they trick us by going up a little bit, thinking, and so people enter their positions. Now, if we look at what he says, how institutions use candlestick patterns to lure retail traders into the danger zone. And that's exactly what they did here. They lured them in with two inverted hammers, and then they pumped it up a little bit before the dump. Well, they used Bitcoin to do this because, right, we had this, dump here with Bitcoin. We should have been good with the inverted hammer. But look, this is before. Now this is going to be now. See this? It was a little lure right here, and then it dumped on us, right? Now, if we go in and look at Bitcoin, I don't know if it has the inverted hammer as well. I didn't look. This is an inverted hammer right here. So, and I would say this is too. So two inverted hammers signifies a reversal. It starts to reverse and then dumps on us. So they are definitely using candlestick patterns to lure you into the danger zone. Be careful. Okay. I would say anything under $4 is a good buy for ICP though. So I wouldn't worry too much about this downtrend right now. Bitcoin is going down right now, but we are going to catch support, I think, right here at $15,900. I don't think we're going, but if we do break, get this, okay, there is a possibility that it breaks. If we do break 15,900, we are possibly going to go down and test 15.5 again, where that big amount of support is. So that is the scenario that's playing out right now. We are going to test about 15.9. There is a little bit of support, kind of where we're at right now. If this level breaks, kind of where we're at, and we continue going down, we could see 15.5 right there, which means for internet computer, we could see if we break 367, we could go down and possibly touch 350, and then that's that low that we have hit before. So that could be detrimental. Either way, I actually don't think we're going to go down. What I think this is an inverse head and shoulders right here. This is the reversal pattern that I can see along with the inverted hammer here. And this could actually not play out with this candle. This actually could play out over here. So what could happen is this inverted hammer could play out if this inverse head and shoulders will play out as well. So if we go down here, we finish this, maybe even go down a little bit further, touch 367, and then maybe test it again right here, and then move up. Then we have our inverse head and shoulders. If we can break this neckline, then we can continue moving upwards. So I would definitely, I would definitely be watching this level right here at about 392. So if we do somehow go down and touch the support line, Bitcoin holds 15.9, then we're good to go, and we go back up. It becomes an inverse head and shoulders. We break out, and then the bottom is in. But until we get a breakout of the $4 level, we are in the danger zone. Hey, that looks like a little happy face right there. That would be a good thing if that happened right now, if we got this inverse head and shoulders to play out. And if it does play out, we will go to about $4.30, which could be the catalyst. See, there will be a big amount of resistance right here, so that's actually perfect. There's a nice amount of resistance right there. So if we can break that level, we could possibly go up and touch $5. But this is not over yet. We could go back down, like I said. It all depends on what Bitcoin's going to do, because even if we have bullish patterns, inverted hammers, inverse head and shoulders, we actually have an ascending triangle here too. We have a lot of bullish patterns here. It just depends on what could happen. See, there is a nice ascending triangle right here, which is a bullish pattern. So I really think the bottom is in, and I think they're possibly trying to scare us. But with this FTX stuff, like, this is just what I see in the charts. But remember, guys, how institutions use candlestick patterns to lure retail traders into the danger zone. So we just got to be careful. If we do hold this level and kind of even go sideways, it doesn't even have to go down that far. We could, go sideways here, then go back up and still break it. And this would still be an inverse head and shoulders. So there's a lot of patterns that could play out right now. And it's looking cool. So let's go to the weekly, though, because this is our weekly video. And I want to see how we're doing on this RSI. So even on the weekly chart, we do have an inverse head and shoulders, which is, or not an inverse head and shoulders, an ascending triangle. I was still thinking about the last one. An ascending triangle right here. So that is good on the weekly as well. It's a little pattern, but I'll take it. I want to see, price action, but also this is a descending triangle as well. I've never seen an ascending triangle and a descending triangle at the exact same time. I'm serious. Look at this. I'm not joking. It's like a 90-degree angle almost, but it is a descending triangle. I've never seen an ascending triangle and a descending triangle in the same pattern. So that means we're at a crossroads. Does that signal the bottom when you have an ascending and a descending triangle all at the same time? I mean, if you move this down more like that, it'll make it better for the descending triangle. Um, but that isn't what I wanted to talk about. I just saw that now. I'm like, whoa! I've never seen a dual pattern before, which basically says the market doesn't even know what it's doing right now. The good news is we need to get above this, and the good news will be when we do get above it. Other good news, if we do break out of this ascending triangle, that means that we're going to break out of this level right here. So if we do have a breakout, watch this RSI right here. Because if we get above 30.46, then the ascending triangle, the inverse head and shoulders will all play out. And then we will start our bullish journey again. Anytime we get above the simple moving average on the RSI on the weekly time frame, we end up having a massive pump. And we had a sustained one up here, boom, and we didn't start the massive downtrend until we broke it. Boom. And when it broke, see, I think we were supposed to reverse right here, guys. I think this was supposed to be the bottom when we went to 450 right here. I think we were on our way back up and the FTX disaster happened. I think this was actually supposed to be the local bottom. And the FTX disaster wrecked us, right? These are weekly candles. So that's about 4 weeks ago. So, well, 3 weeks because we just started the new week. But yeah, this is just because this is last week, the week before that, week before that. And we were actually starting to recover, and then boom. Because the reason we went down here is because we had a descending triangle. But this one, we are actually starting to reverse. This was a reversal. So, and look here, we had a median chart or a median candle where the bulls weren't winning and the bears weren't winning. So that doesn't mean I would think the next one is going to be down. If we had like, a hammer, just a regular hammer, yeah, with a big wick to the downside and pushed up, or, any of the spinning tops, that wouldn't be good either. It depends on what you see. If it does have a wick below it, I don't think that's an inverted hammer. So let's go back to the daily. I think there's only one inverted hammer. Just real quick to see this. Yeah, because this one is more of a spinning top. So that actually is a bearish pattern. But this one is an inverted hammer, which is bullish. So anyway, but then we have all these other ones. Okay, so let's go to the smaller time frames now. I'm sorry I took too long on that. Okay, yeah, we had our, rise, but see how we couldn't sustain this right here? In the bull market, you will see this happen a lot. We will have ascending triangles that start out like this. But the difference is in the bear market, okay, let's say it's probably about right here, I would say is a good point. So in the bear market, we don't sustain the top price. So here we have this level right here. So that, yeah, you can't even do that. So what I would say, this is what normally happens in the bull market up here. And all of these will be right up here. So in the bear market, we can't sustain the price to even try to break out. So I could have looked at this and said, this is bearish. Not being able to sustain that price and then watch it break this upward trending support line right here. And it broke down. So that's why you got to kind of look at the charts different times of the day and see those things. Maybe I should do videos, quick videos, if I see something like that too. Right now, this looks like we're at a bottom, and we could form another inverse head and shoulders right here. Now, this volume, okay, so we have sell volume. When you have a bunch of sell volume, and then you have a reversal with a little bit of buy volume, that can trigger a reversal. If this does change back to red, though, if it is less volume, the less volume you get, the more it can signal a trend reversal. Look at this. We have a big pump right here. Less volume, trend reversal. See that? So we had it happen here. Less volume, trend reversal, less volume, trend reversal. So less volume should be a trend reversal. That isn't 100%. We do need to go up on the 30-minute to touch this simple moving average. Until we do, we are bearish. We are under this, and we have resistance until we break above that on the 30-minute. Now, if we look at the 1 hour, same difference. We are getting oversold, but we are a far way off of that, which is kind of good. We did go down fast. The volume is stopping right now, but there could be, continued momentum. Let's look. Okay, so this is more, I would say, of a spinning top right here than an inverted hammer. So I guess a spinning top is a shorter wick to the upside. An inverted hammer has a giant wick to the upside. Okay, and then this one, yeah, I don't know. That doesn't look too great to me. Anyway, I want to look at the 4 hour. So we just had this breakdown. See how we kind of broke out, tested it, tested it, tested it, couldn't do it, broke it. So we couldn't break out of that level. We started to get oversold super fast and then go down. And if we would have just touched this line, we would have been okay. But we touched it and went below it too much. It ended up breaking that. So the more you touch resistance and support, this was a support for that, it breaks. So 43, we have a long ways to go, even on the 4 hour. So I can't say that we're going to reverse right now. I want to. And I really do think that this is going to be an inverse head and shoulders that plays out right here. And it has an ascending triangle. So we have a lot of good bullish things in the works today. That's about all we're going to have for tonight. It is kind of a short episode, but it wasn't what I was hoping, because things were starting to turn. And if we would have broke $4 and Bitcoin would have held the price, we would have been okay. But the thing is, when you look at Bitcoin, it has been at the same price for the last week. 7 full days, it only went up, I think, 0.3%. So, or down. I think I know it went either up or down 0.3%. I think it went up 0.3%. But over a week, that's not good, because when you sustain the same price, yes, you are building support there, but it makes it harder to go up after that, because you're also building a lot of resistance above you. That's the thing at that level. You are building support at that level, but you're also solidifying that resistance, and it goes down further and further the longer you stay at a level going sideways. You actually compound that resistance, because when we were in the early part of the bear market, our big resistance was at $10. Well, now that big resistance is like at $8 or $7, the same one that was at 10. And it's those moving averages that make those big resistances. And the longer that we stay, the harder it is to break out of those resistances without a big trend reversal. So if we're in kind of a wonky market, we're not going to get bullish if this scenario is playing out. So we're actually doing what we should be doing in a market like this. This is what I expect out of ICP and Bitcoin right now. It's not doing anything that I'm not expecting. So, and it's because of what's happening in the market. It's so all we have to do is wait. It's like, how do you put it? Let's just make an analogy about when I was a kid. There were X-Men action figures I used to play with. They cost about maybe $16 at Walmart or any Target, any store that sold kids' toys. Well, if you take it out of the package, it immediately loses value. But you don't care, you're a kid, it's $16. Who cares if you lose $16, right? Well, 10 years later, I go into a comic book store and I look up and I'm like, whoa, dude, like I used to have each one of these. And each one of them were anywhere from $1,500 to $10,000 for a simple toy. And all I had to do was wait 10 years from $16 to $1,500 to $10,000. So that's the way this world works. If you are immediately trying to get as much money as possible, you will get wrecked. The system's designed to wreck impatient people because it's easy. They use psychology. These are smart people, guys. That's why I'm telling you, the retail investor needs to understand that the banks have the same patterns we do. They have the same charts that we do, but they have the money to manipulate the market. Now, if you had money to manipulate the market, when you saw one of these patterns, you could just go take a bunch of your money, throw it on an exchange, or probably not. You probably have an over the counter, source at that point, but you would do whatever it took to move the market where you want it to go. But we can't do that. So us retail investors have to know, well, if this pattern, it could work, but we don't count on that until we get that confirmation. Even without leverage trading, we just need to know. So anything under $4 is a perfect buy for ICP. Lowest we go this bear market, $3. $3. That is my prediction, and I can't wait to see how close I am. So, all right, let's get to some questions, and then we're gonna wrap this up. Unless you guys have anything else you want to talk about, I don't think there's a lot of you know um, bullish news right now out there. I think that we need to take these situations that happen and make memes out of them. Sam Bankman-Fried, his value right now is a meme. That's all the value of that man. He had $16 billion, and now his value is like a jail meme. You heard? So BitBoy did a funny video where he was like outside of the dude's place, and then he put someone in a wig and like pretended it was SBF. Smash that like button. What do you say? Only 350. I want to see from ICP is 350, not 350. We'll get there. I mean, that's the thing. It's hard to hold this crypto in a market like this. That's why us that hold it are going to be wealthy. That right there. I mean, the internet computer is building itself to the freaking moon anyway. So if you just have patience and what they've done in a year, imagine what they're going to do in the next 5 years and what it's going to do to the price of ICP, especially when Bitcoin is thoroughly integrated. Ethereum. What if Vitalik comes on like the board of directors for ICP or something? I don't even know if they have that, but seriously, like these things, we didn't think Mark Cuban was going to get into Bitcoin. If you watched 2 years ago, I watched interviews with Mark Cuban, and he was like, I ain't touching Bitcoin because you cannot spend Bitcoin without needing cash. That's why he said he wasn't getting into Bitcoin. That never changed. So I'm thinking we could, it's not a far fetched thinking that someone like Vitalik, who has already talked positively about the internet computer, now we have BitBoy, who has actually made several videos about ICP, including one where Dominic Williams gave an interview. This is the starting of a juggernaut, right? If somebody like Vitalik, who has the second biggest crypto and understands how it works, if somebody I want to get their opinion on the internet computer, it would be, except Dominic, it would be Vitalik or Satoshi, but we don't know who Satoshi is. So if he's saying it's a sister network, we're just good to go, guys. And it sucks being in a bear market, and that's why it's psychology. This hurts. When the price just goes down and keeps beating you down and you keep buying more, you just have to beat your own psychology. And how to do that? I just buy more. When I am so fearful and doubtful, I know everybody else feels that way too. And they know that we feel that way and that we're selling. So what I do is I buy at that time. When I'm the most fearful, when I worry the most about the price dropping, that's when I make my purchases. Because I know other people feel the same way. It's the market, guys. It's the way it works. So ICP is fighting FUD with this whole FTX nonsense. Yeah, I mean, they are literally fighting it. They won the fight. So, and ICP didn't even have to strike a blow. Dfinity didn't have to strike a blow. They actually basically hurt themselves. They FUDded ICP. ICP just was ICP and was ICP and just survived because it was what it is, and they didn't. So it tells you they won without doing a thing. They just worked, they did what they were doing, and they didn't really let it bother them from their goal. So that's why they're so good. It also wrecks people who think they can make a stable income from cryptocurrency. Yeah, I don't think I would never try to make a stable income from just crypto right now. I mean, if I'm a millionaire, then I could possibly keep up, my money, and I would always have a bunch that I don't put in crypto, right? But if I was a millionaire, yes, I could sustain that with crypto. But somebody with only a limited amount of money, there is no way that you can survive off of crypto. The market is too janky. If you leverage trade, it'll go up before it goes down. If you're shorting, or if you're longing, it'll go down before it goes up. And it gets you that way. Now, the cool thing with Bitcoin, if you're only using about 5x leverage, and I see how people are making money leverage trading Bitcoin now. I was wondering, I'm like, how are you making money? Well, altcoins are hard to leverage trade, guys. They move 99%, some 99% in a bear market, 90 to 99%. So they're hard to trade. But Bitcoin only moves around 70 to 80%. So, and plus, if you only 5x leverage and you're at about 15,900, you have a liquidation price of around 10,000 or under. And I am almost guaranteeing, and I can't guarantee it because not financial advice, but I almost guarantee Bitcoin is not going under 10,000 this bull market. I would put a wager on it right now if I could. So I can see longing Bitcoin right now at 15K. It's almost a no-brainer at that point. And almost ICP at 350 too. Because then $3 is the freaking the liquidation price. So, and yeah, I just don't think it's gonna go there. If it didn't go there with the FTX collapse, with the Voyager collapse, with the Celsius collapse, with yeah, I don't think it's gonna happen. There isn't much more you can do to the market, and people aren't the institutional investors aren't gonna lose money in Bitcoin just to dump the market more on us. That's the leverage we have. If all if it was just retail investors, oh, we're going to 8K, maybe 5K. Like I would say that. There's too many rich people into Bitcoin for it to go that low. Under 10K is just unreasonable to think about it. GBTC, Grayscale, Bitcoin Trust, the ETFs, there's just no way that Bitcoin can go under 10,000. Maybe 12,000 at the lowest. I just don't. I almost know for a fact it's not going to go that low. But anything could happen. If something in the world happens again and again and again, yes, it can go that low. But they're very rare circumstances that could lead us to such a low price. So I think we're getting right close to the bottom. We're either there or we are super close to it, guys. And we have historically never or already bottomed out by now. Historically, we've already hit the bottom. So the market is changing a little bit. We have longer longer bull markets, less bear markets, but some metrics have changed to the bad, like that. So yeah, you can make a lot of money in crypto. Yeah, he's saying not to say you can't make money in crypto. You just can't really make an income that you can live off of. Rent is $1,000 for a studio in Seattle. So that means you would at least have to make about $1,500 to $2,000 to survive, to pay all of your bills and eat food. You'd have to make about $2,000 a month. And in a bear market, that would be hard unless you have $1 million. Like off $1 million, you wouldn't have to, do much to make $2,000. I mean, you could just put it in an APY, like USDT or USDC. Do one that's not going to leave. USDT might be on the fritz right now, but you could just put it in a stable coin and collect interest off of it. $1 million, dude. You know what I mean? And if you hear anything with stable coins, pull it out immediately. As soon as you hear something, you got to be on the trigger with that though. If you have $1 million in there, but yeah, you're right. No, I mean, just it isn't reasonable for somebody that makes $3,000 a month, like normally to quit their job, not make $3,000 a month anymore, and try to sustain that lifestyle with crypto trading. It just can't happen. I mean, there are people out there that say they do it, but I'm sure they have other hustles that they do as well. Like if you are a hustler, like, and I just mean like you hustle, you got side jobs, you got like you sell stuff on eBay, stuff on Amazon, you have a website that generates money, you have a social media brand that generates money. There's a lot of ways that you can make money, and then just use crypto. with a little extra money that you make from your other hustles, and then try to make a little more with that. That's sustainable, but just trying to live off of a passive income, it's not sustainable, not for long. So would have to have about 1 million to live cheaply on 4% APY. Yeah. And some of the, stable coins will give you a nice yield, or you could do Algorand, but that just I wouldn't put a million in Algorand right now. It's a good crypto and you get a lot of APY, but I mean, for that kind of crypto. But the price just fluctuates too much right now. You could lose, $300,000 in a couple of days, putting $1 million trade. You don't want to do that. So 40K a year. I was thinking about that too. I was like, if I had $1 million, I could live off of the interest for the rest of my life. I don't spend 40K a year with my lifestyle. Not even close. I don't make that much in a year normally. I mean, in the past, now I might, eventually be making some nice money, but I could live off of 40. We all could. Like you could live, depending on your lifestyle, but 40K a year, that's more than minimum wage. What's the math on that? You're making how much a month? 40K divided by 12. Divided by 12. That's $3,333 a month. I could live off of that. Like I could live off of much less than that actually. So I mean, yeah, if I had $1 million, I could just live off the interest for the rest of my life. That's hey, if I make $1 million off ICP, maybe I'll throw it in a freaking interest. I don't know what yet, but I would do something that was a lot like not risk at all. Not with that much. I might take like, if I get like $1 million, I might take 100K and mess with it and like do some risky stuff, but the rest of it, no way. Like I would try to turn, 100K into more, but if I lost that all, that would be it. But maybe I could take that 100K, make a little bit more. There's a lot of ways to do it, guys. And if you're thinking in terms of years, Missouri, oh yeah, Missouri's cool. Wyoming is also cheap. So is Montana. Idaho's okay. It's just like big metropolis cities are very expensive. Seattle, it is getting so expensive here, and like LA is just crazy. New York, all these places, it's just the rent is crazy high for such small spaces. So I mean, at least you can put your freaking apartment or your house into an NFT nowadays and sell it. Door to door advertisers. All right, guys. Well, I think we're good to go. This could signal the bottom. We could have that inverse head and shoulders play out, which looks pretty nice. We have also an ascending triangle. We have a lot of different bullish patterns. Plus that inverted, hammer. So, but I think we have the Bitcoin hammer. I call it the Bitcoin hammer, which is when they use the Bitcoin dominance, they dump, pump, and dump. And normally Bitcoin goes right back to the price that it was at. This might be a legit Bitcoin dump though. I won't know until it plays out. It looks like it has held support at that level that I was hoping at about 16,000, 15,900. In ICP, if we hold support at about that $3.79 level, we're good to go. So I really think that we could be in for a massive reversal very soon. You know what tripped me out, guys? I look back at my channel, and do you know a month ago, before the FTX crash came? Let's go look. I'll show you real quick. It's crazy. It tripped me out. I was like, dude, I didn't even know that I had predicted this. And I went back and it baffled me because I was like, what? All right, where is my thing? Okay. So this is the live one, but I just want to go to the channel. Okay. So if we go over here to my videos, my lives. Oh, you got to check this one out. How the FTX SBF scandal affected the internet computer, its developers, community, and more. I had a bunch of the influencers in the internet computer on my channel. Igito Val, an artist that created IC Bucks and WAGMI NFTs. We had ICP Squad's Victor, who is the social media manager for dfinity community and also the face of ICP Squad. And we have Six Figs, who is the original whistleblower, in my opinion, for the FTX scandal. All right. But that isn't what I was talking about. That got a lot of views. Then I also did one a few days before that talking about how SBF, FTX, and Alameda Research have tried to tank the internet computer. So I have a lot of good things on those, but this is what was tripping me out right here. It was about a month ago that I did this, before any of the FTX, SBF stuff happened. Where is it? Oh, right here. Right here. It only got 47 views. And I don't know why, because this was the most on point, at least title, that I've ever had. Complete market crash incoming. Bitcoin and Ethereum dumping this week. Complete market crash incoming. So that is crazy that happened. Then how long after that did it happen? We're talking about 12 days ago or however long, a couple weeks, probably a week before that. Maybe it's been about 3 weeks, I would say. 2.5, 3 weeks since it happened. That's when we had that big dump, right? So, that's crazy. I just looked at that and I was like, geez. I didn't know that I was actually predicting the complete market crash. But that was weird. So, all right, guys. I look forward to making a lot more videos. I am still doing the video from last week. My brother told me a day before he was going to fly out here. So I was like, heck, I'm just going to spend time with my brother. So that was cool. And so I didn't get to do that video on Thursday. Plus, it was Thanksgiving, and we went and saw my sister and all that. So we will do a non-ICP video this week, though. Don't worry. And we'll do more ICP stuff, too. And I'm going to show you guys how to make money in ICP. But I want to send a message out there to everybody, mainly the people who collect airdrops, though. If you want to collect airdrops, that's fine. More power to you. If you don't get an airdrop and you're active on something and you've been there for like one day and you don't get an airdrop and you get mad, what are you thinking? I don't understand that way of thinking. Now, if you're active on there for like 6 months, you're busting your butt and you get nothing, dude, yeah, come on now. Like, if they promise you something and you don't get something for like 6 months, or a possibility of getting something you don't, okay, I understand that. But if you're on something for a couple days, you're not bringing value. All you're like, if all you're doing is posting content to the internet computer, yeah, you're using DSCVR. That's good. That is participating in the ecosystem. But there's so many things that you can do to participate. And the thing is, don't just go looking for it. That's what I'm saying. You could benefit yourself. You could be active on the internet computer, and the less greedy you are, the more you'll receive. That's just the way it is, guys. And so if you're not expecting to get stuff, but like, hey, if I'm active on here, there's a possibility that I get very expensive NFTs worth somewhere from $250 to $500 at times. Like, I got a pod from District. It was worth, I believe, $200 to $250 at the time. Right? I didn't sell it, but I'm just saying. And these things happen over time. So go use the test net. There's a contest on Twitter right now, or not really a contest, but like a what do we call it? A bringing eyes to ICP swap type deal. And what they're doing is, it's a contest. We'll just say it's a contest. If you are active on version 3 of the ICP swap, you could earn 50 ICP if you're the winner. There's one person that wins 50 ICP, 25 people that get 2 ICP, and 100 people that get 1 ICP. And so, and all you have to do is just go test out their test net. It's free. But if you don't win, it's okay. Just keep being active. Be active on Twitter. Get the contest. You will get a lot. I'm telling you. You don't have to be greedy about it, though. Just support the people. That's all you have to do. Be kind. Shout out their projects. that you'd be surprised at how many people just came to me, hey, I saw you said something nice about my project. Here's an NFT. And I was like, I didn't do it for that, but thank you. Like, I appreciate that. Like, that just shows that I'm doing the right thing, right? So all I'm trying to say, just be positive, guys. Be part of this, and you won't regret it. All right, guys. That being said, goodbye and good Bitcoin. Bang!